Wall Street panics, banks fail, unemployment skyrockets, and foreclosure fears begin to sweep the nation. The year 2008 held enormous challenges for the country, challenges that one Midwestern city and its mayor would meet head on.
Back in early 2008, we became aware of the tremendous issue with foreclosures nationally and here locally in St. Louis, that there were a lot of families that were at risk of losing their homes, and some were already losing their homes. We wanted to take a lead on this. We are certainly grateful for the federal programs that are out there, but that extra direct funding component we recognize locally here in conjunction with these nonprofits, Urban League, Better Family Life, Beyond Housing, Catholic Charities. We recognize that with that additional component we can help more people.
And so began the Alliance for Home Ownership Preservation Program.
So it was the mayor's concept to ask the agencies to collaborate as opposed to compete against one another.
Angela Conley is director of the Affordable Housing Commission and believes St. Louis is way ahead of the curve.
It took financial commitment on our part and the mayor's part. The Affordable Housing Commission contributed $250,000 in year one, and the city's Board of Aldermen, at the mayor's request, committed another $250,000. So that's $500,000 dedicated to save families in the city of St. Louis.
As a grassroots organization, ACORN handles most of the legwork.
People are in the field. They're out there knocking on doors, they're meeting with people, they're going to neighborhood meetings. And what's so important here is it's so much easier to fix someone's loan if you can get to them even as they're thinking about falling behind, or the rate's adjusting upward, or they're 30 days behind instead of 60 or 90 days behind.
That if we can get our hands on an individual and start talking to them one-on-one, we can educate and we can also put together a plan. So let me emphasize, financial literacy, financial education is crucial.
Besides its many other services, the Urban League provides workshops and counseling classes.
So it really just depends on that particular transaction and how, that particular loan obligation is actually written.
Cecilia Bradley was a victim of bad loans and found help through the Urban League.
They came through for me and they paid a house payment for me, and I didn't go into foreclosure because of the Urban League.
Catholic Charities work with displaced families, helping them find affordable rental housing.
Yes, we are helping families with security deposits and first month's rents and utilities, just to give them a little breather so that they can settle in and start to save money again.
The phone rings every day. People needing help, people needing assistance, people struggling to know what to do. So, we have an intake person who does nothing but takes phone calls, gets information, schedules appointments for the counselors.
In his many years at Beyond Housing, Chris Krameyer has rarely seen so many struggle.
If you don't get to us in time, you try to work the system on your own, it's so difficult.
One such homeowner is Iris Marks.
After working the same job for 20 years, paying my bills every month, I get sick in 1 year that totally shut me down, could not work anymore, had no means of income whatsoever.
So Iris turned to Malik Ahmed and Better Family Life.
We help negotiate modifications of loans. Sometimes we're able to reduce predatory loans to affordable loans.
Iris will be allowed to keep her home, but the stress of it all has taken its toll.
And I've never asked for anything before. That's the worst part. You don't take into account that my whole life I've worked, see. And I ain't asking for anything, I'll give you before I ask you for something. And when I couldn't get the help, it was really hard.
To see a family not thrown out on the street and their home saved, it's the most rewarding joy that we can get out of this whole housing crisis.
To date, close to 1,000 families have received help through the program. Almost half of those homes have been saved from foreclosure. Another 400 families are in the process of receiving assistance.
Look, we've kept people in their homes. We've stopped kids from being pulled out of schools. We've kept neighborhoods from deteriorating. We've allowed folks to figure out how they can get back on their feet.
James Buford of Urban League credits the mayor.
And that shows true leadership. In good times, anyone can lead, but in bad times, he took the lead by bringing us all together, politics aside, and we tackled this problem, and we're showing results that other communities are not.